What's up, people? This is not my normal setup, clearly. Um, I am out of town doing some work, and I was talking to a colleague today, and he asked me a question. I thought it was a good enough question to bring to you guys, to talk to you about. I know I haven't been on here lately. Just a lot of life happening, you know what I mean? Like nothing bad, nothing crazy, but I switched up my position at the school that I was teaching at a little bit, jumped back in the shop a lot of bit. It's been taking a lot of time, and you guys know energy, right? And so I just haven't been recording a lot lately, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna try to get back to y'all. Try to focus. My dog's with me, as usual. My compadre here. Yeah. So he may be popping in and out with that hot breath of his. As per usual. Y'all know him. You're used to him. Yep, see, there you go. I started something now. Anyway, listen. This is the question the guy asked me. He said, D, I'm in this situation, right? This is the scenario. He said, I'm in the shop with another dude. I'm talking, buddy. I'm talking. He said, I'm in a shop with another dude. Dude has his prices posted all over the place, right? He said, now I feel like my haircuts are a little more valuable than this other dude's. But, he was like, dude got like a whole price list posted like right in front of my station. So he's like, man, I feel like I could go up on my prices, right? Like I'm valuable enough to go up on my prices, but the price list is right in front of my station. So like they're gonna sit down and expect one price, and I'm about to tell them another one, and then dude, may not raise his prices, so then why y'all two different prices? And he said, I just really don't feel like going through all of that, and I just don't know what to do about it. So naturally, my first question was this: how booked are you? I said, how booked are you? He was like, man, I'm booked pretty solid. I said, better than 80%? Better than 80%. I said, it's time to raise your prices. Thank you, cutie. You're real sweet. He licked my elbow. He loves me so much. I said, better than 80%, it's time to raise your prices. And he said, D. I said, you should have been raised them. Because I raise my prices when I'm 80% booked. I don't even wait to get fully booked. This dude like, man, I'm booked all the time. I don't even wait that long. I'm not even allowing myself to get there, because this is what's going to happen. And this is what I told him. I said, immediately, go to your shop and put up type up something, type it up. Don't be unprofessional. You know what I mean? Dear clients, as of such and so date, I'll be raising my prices how many ever dollars and how many ever percent. Now, this is what's going to make the determination, okay? How often do you see your clients? You want to give them 2 or 3 haircut cycles in order to get used to the fact that the price increase is coming. You want to tell them every single time that they come that the price increase is coming. So give them 2 or 3 cycles, right, of your average client haircut cycle. So what does that mean? So for me, I cut businessmen largely. I do a lot of all shear cuts. I normally don't see my clients maybe like every 4 weeks, right? Because they want to keep it tidy. But they're not super regular like guys who will come every week or every 2 weeks. Most of them. I got some, but not a whole lot. So if my average client comes to see me every 4 weeks, 2 or 3 haircut cycles means 2 or 3 months, right? So I can post today that I'll be raising my prices in 3 months, and the average guy should have seen that notice at least 2 times, possibly 3, depending on where they fall in the haircut cycle, right? So that's key number 1. Post something immediately and give your regular client 2 or 3 haircut cycles in order to see the notice. The cost for everything goes up, guys. Gas goes up, fluctuates by the day or something ridiculous like that, and week max. The price on everything fluctuates. Back when I was younger, just saying, a few years ago, I'm pretty sure the cost of living went up 3% every year. So what is 3%? I'm glad you asked. Let's do some math. So if you have a $20 haircut, right? $20 haircut, and cost of living is 3%. 3%, in case you are not familiar with percentage, gets backed up to 0. So this is 3%. If it was 10%, it would be a 1, 0. It'd be the 0.10. If it was 25%, it'd be 0.25, just like a quarter. Okay, so anyway, 3% is 0.03. So let's do some math. 3, that's a blank, that's a 6, that's a with the 2, bink. 3% of $20 is 60 cents. Do you think you could afford to raise your prices 60 cents a year? I sure in the hell hope so. If you are not good enough to raise your prices 60% every year, do better. Get more education. That helps. So if you got a $20 haircut, you should be raising your prices at least 60 cents a year. Now let's be realistic. Are you going to raise your prices 60 cents? No. Who's doing that? I'll do you one better. How about $2? $2 is 10%. You want to give yourself a 10% raise every year? If the cost of living is still 3%, and you give yourself a 10% increase every year, that means you're gaining 7%. Get it? If you only give yourself a 3% raise every year, you're only offsetting the cost of living. That is the bare minimum that you should be doing. Now, do you actually need to raise your prices every single year? No. You could raise your price every 3 years and do 30%, right? And then you'll be raising it $5 or $6. So you go from a $20 haircut to a $26 haircut, but you haven't raised them in 3 years. So people really shouldn't complain about that. If you want to, be sweet about it, raise it maybe $5, right? So 25% every 2 years, and you'll still give yourself a good cushion on your price increase. Make sense? So whatever your haircut price is, if your haircut price is $15, multiply that by 0.03. Sorry, you can see my scribble. 0.03, like such. That'll give you your solution. 3% of 15 is 45.45. So that means if you have a $15 haircut, you should be giving yourself 0.45 cent raise every single year. Get it? Okay. Now, is this going to hurt his business over time? Let's think about this. I used to write a blog. And in the blog, one time I gave this example about 2 pairs of Jordans, right? One being in Aldi next to, I don't know, the shower racks, right? So, legit pair of Jordans, right? These are not bootlegs. Pair of Jordans in Aldi on the shelf, and a pair of Jordans in the Jordan store on Michigan Avenue. I don't even know if it's on Michigan Avenue, but I'm going to guess it is. Okay. Jordans on Michigan Avenue. Jordans in Aldi, in your neighborhood local Aldi. Exact same pair of shoes. They are both legitimate Jordans, okay? Let's say this pair of shoes is worth $300 in reality. If you get it at Aldi, you probably will not, you'll just refuse to pay more than $100 for it because it's perceived value. Everything in Aldi is relatively cheap, and so you're assuming anything in that Aldi is going to be relatively cheap. If the value of the shoes is actually $300, you are not going to pay Aldi $300 for it because you don't believe that it's actually worth $300 simply because it's at Aldi. No shade to Aldi. I love Aldi, and I rarely shop anywhere but Aldi. Truthful, because I'm frugal. Anyway, if that exact same pair of Jordans worth $300 is at the Jordan store on Michigan Avenue, you could, and the actual value of it is $300. They could probably charge about $450 to $600 for that exact same pair of shoes. But because it's in the Jordan store at Michigan Avenue, people are going to be willing to pay more for it because of the perceived value, right? This pair of shoes is $300. No matter how you slice it, it's worth $300 no matter how you slice it. But you're willing to pay more in certain situations, right? Like when it first comes out and you're waiting in line around the corner. You don't even give a damn what it costs if you've been waiting in line for it for 24 hours. Wait in line for something for 24 hours and then let them tell you it's more than you believe that it was. You're still going to buy it because people have this perception that they can't waste. Once they waste the time, they can't stop the waste, right? They have to throw something else behind it. So if you already dedicated 24 hours to getting this pair of shoes, you're going to get the pair of shoes, right? And you're probably going to be overcharged for it and end up paying more than you should. I'm going on a rant here, I'm sorry. But if the exact same thing is in Aldi, you're going to assume that it's not as valuable as it would be if it was on Michigan Avenue, and so you're not going to pay as much for it. I digress. The point is, perceived value, right? This man is going to sit right next to this other guy. Now, let's say the guy I was talking to raises his prices $3 from $15 to $18. And the guy that I was talking to, let's say his name is Ted, okay? I don't even know what the guy's name was, but let's say Ted is charging $3 more than Mike. And they've been cutting next to each other forever. And Mike has always been $15. And Ted had the audacity to go up to $18. What happens to Ted's clients? Ted's cheap clients get upset that Ted had the audacity to raise his prices. What you mean $3? That's a whole cup of coffee. Man, bruh, you are really trying me. His cheap clients that negotiate their prices and don't want to tip him anyway, they're going to go to Mike, or whatever the hell the other dude's name is. I think his name is Mike. Which does Ted a favor. It opens up his schedule because he's already very booked. And it opens up his schedule to people who are willing to pay $18. So, these cheap clients say, oh hell no, I'm not paying $3 more, and then they go to the guy who's willing to actually cut their hair for $15 instead of $18. Ted is going to bring in new clients who perceive his value to actually be $18, not $15. See, those old clients are stuck in their way of seeing Ted and they don't want to pay him $18, but these new clients have no previous conception of him. They came in, they see $18, they say, okay, that's worth it. I'm gonna sit down and get my hair cut. If they see $18 and they say that's not worth it, they're going to go to Mike. And that's fine. Let them continue to go to Mike. Because the majority of your clients, especially if you're booked full time, are going to say $3 is not that big a deal. I want to stick with my dude. Because if I go to him, I don't know what I'm going to get. New clients coming in are going to assume, which is what you want, they're going to assume that Ted is better than Mike simply because Ted is paying more. Is Ted actually better? Who knows? Who even cares? I don't care. I charge $55 for a haircut right now. Are there guys cutting at $15 and $20 and $30 that are way better than me? Absolutely. Do I care? Hell no. Nope. I could not care less. You can eat me up on Instagram all day if you would like and say, oh, she this and she that. And I don't give a damn. Because at the end of the day, my check is commission on a $55 haircut. So do what you do in your lane. I'm good with that. I'm going to stay in my lane and make this change. That's what I'm doing. So my point there is, right, sometimes you're underpricing yourself and you can be better than your price is, but people will scrutinize your value because your price tag is too low on it, i.e. the Jordan and Aldi's. But you better believe when you raise your price, you should be worth it, right? I can't go straight from $15 to $55 without some kind of credentials or some kind of service or something to validate that kind of jump in cost, right? Value has to be offset by cost. The cost has to match what you're getting for it, and mine does, so I'm comfortable with that. And if Ted takes too big a jump, right, $3 is fine. It's change. Nobody's even gonna blink twice at it. But let's just say Ted wanted to double his cost, right? He wanted to go from $15 to $30. You're gonna have to pack a big wallop for that other $15, right? You have to throw in a shampoo, maybe do a facial, get their shoes shined, right? Can you do it? Absolutely. Are you going to have to package more into that haircut in order to make the value $30? Yeah, for sure. Right? So make your cost match your value, but don't be afraid to raise your cost. You can absolutely do it. You just have to validate it. And at anything less than 3%, you really don't even have to validate it. Right? Everybody's prices go up. Costs on everything go up. Inflation is real and it's only continuing. Right? Prices are not standing still. So we need to jump in, man. We need to be a part of it. And not only is Teddy's calendar going to clear out a little bit more because those cheap clients are going to leave, he's going to have to stop negotiating with the cheap clients. He's not going to get those people who don't want to tip him, don't want to show up on time, and don't want to use booking software or any of that other foolishness. All right, he doesn't have to worry about those clients anymore. So now his clientele is getting better. He's going to make more per head. He's going to clear out some room on his calendar. And then when he has new room, he can acquire new clients at a higher price point who appreciate his value. And guess what? In a few months, Teddy's going to go up another $3. And those people who came in at 18 they're not going to fuss because they came in at 18, 21. What's the difference between 18 and 21? Nothing much. Will his clients at 15 probably complain a little bit? Maybe, right? So maybe he should hold them at 18 for a little while. I don't know. Navigate your own business. But all I'm saying is, should Ted raise his prices? Absolutely. Should he be afraid to raise his prices because the guy next to him has not raised his prices? Nah. As a matter of fact, it's going to help him. It's going to help his perceived value in the long run. So that's my tidbit for today, y'all, man. It was good seeing y'all again. Look at my hair, though. It's getting so long. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I really hope to be doing more of these. I miss y'all. I want to hear your feedback. I want to know what's going on with you. So fill me in. Everybody who has seen me out in the streets and shown me love for my channel and the feedback that I've gotten has just been amazing, man. I haven't even really been on here, and you guys just continue to subscribe, you continue to share, you continue to comment, and more importantly, actually show me real love when I see y'all out at the events and stuff around Chicagoland, because I really don't travel too much, but I'm gonna start doing that. And all over the country, man. I think I got subscribers in like 5 countries now. So that, I mean, it's little to some people, but it's enormous to me, and it means everything to me. And I love y'all so much. I could just squishy your little faces. Thank you. I really love and appreciate you guys. Honestly, deeply and truly, genuinely. I love and appreciate you guys. So thanks so much for checking me out and for rocking with me. Comment, share, subscribe. Let me know, man, what y'all want to see. I keep saying it, and every once in a while I get somebody hit me in my email, but listen, contact me, man. D Marie Hair at all things, all social media. I'm gonna write it out, even though I could just edit it and put it in at the end of this video. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do it right there. D Marie Hair, DEEMARIEHAIR on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Socialgram, blah blah blah. And email dmariehair@gmail.com. Hit me up. All of that. You ready to go out? You ready to go potty? Dude's gotta go, so I gotta go. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Peace.